lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay, cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency, a message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with. Now they looking nervously, and I don't really care what you think of me, respectfully. You can keep.
Hey my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Yes, if you are a first timer, my name is NK Chami, the favorite makeup artist you can ever dream to have. Yeah, this is actually our bridal tutorial. If you guys know who the person is, that's my baby sister. For those of you that have seen our previous family introduction video, yep, this is my baby sister, and she's actually doing her chief bridesmaid duty stuffs. You know how it is. So let's just go over to the tutorial. I'm going to be using her face for a bridal tutorial today. As you can see, I'm actually using a moisturizer to moisturize her face, and then I'm going to just use my arm to like blend that out into her skin, just to ensure everything gets to the pores before going over to use a fixed spray to like still do the same thing over the face. Yeah, I know she's beautiful. She's my sister. I'm priding on her, you know. Okay guys, let's just go into this tutorial. She's actually very crazy. All right, we're going to head straight into the tutorial. The products I'm going to be using are actually being shown on the screen. As you can see, I'm going first to prime her face, allow that to sit on the skin just to get everything, the pores and everything open. Then I'm going to go over to my treatment serum, 24K gold serum, still on the face. This girl will pay for this thing that I'm doing for her face too. She will pay, I don't care. Then I'm going to go over with my glow oil at the cheek region, yeah, and then blend few of it into the normal part of the face. But majorly I love it at the cheek region, cheek, the forehead, and just few on the face. All right, it's time for foundation. So guys, this brush that I'm using right now, I actually have it for a very long time, but I got to a point that I just said let it rest, and I've used my beauty blender to blend. But I think previously I worked on a client, and my beauty blender I forgot it at the studio, and I went out. Thankfully I had it in my box. I was like, oh my god. So it was actually helped me, and I loved the way it blended everything for me. So I came back and I was like, no, I'm going to be using it again. So but still, beauty blender, I love my beauty blender. It gives me what I want, and well, that's it. So I'm going to apply the foundation. As you can see, blend it into the skin. I love dabbing, so I'm going to dab that into the skin and ensure that the shade that your client's shade. Okay, be actually very, very conscious while you're applying your foundation. Ensure you use the right shade while applying your foundation. So for highlighted parts, as usual, the T-zone, the jaw, underneath the eyes, I'm going to highlight them. I'm using my palette, concealer palette for this, and I'm going to contour the part that needs to be contoured, as you can see in the video. And then I'm going to blend. Ensure that while blending it's actually going to be even, because I don't want to have some parts sharp and some parts smooth. Okay, ensure you get the right shade while blending.
What you think of me, respectfully? You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better. See, I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy, hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet.
I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
So guys, when you're done with that, I'm going to go over to contour the nose. Yes, I'm using a foundation for this. I'm not using the normal concealer for that. I'm just using foundation because it's easy for me to blend. I'm using like 2 shades darker than her normal shade for this particular process, and then I'm still going to dab it in just so I'm not having sharp edges over the place before going over to apply my powder. Usually, guys, I use my brush to apply my powder, but I don't know what entered my head to do. I said let me use my foam to do that, and I actually love it because I know most makeup artists use the foam to do that, but I'm actually used to using my brushes. But I said let me just use the foam, and it came out well. I love it. I love the way it's like sits on the face. It wasn't really actually moving the foundation on the stuff I did on the face. Well, I'll give it an 8/10. I love it. I'll keep trying it and keep doing that. But I still went over to my brush. Yes, I am a brush person. I actually love my brushes, so I'm going to blend that out before going to apply the powder on her face. Be careful, guys, my sis is white, so whenever you're working on a person that is actually very fair, I really appreciate or really advice, that's the word, that you stick to the shade, because it's actually going to be very 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 obvious when your face is dark and the person's body is fair. So it's preferable everything comes together. Okay, I'm still going to go over using the powder to how do I say this now, to contour the nose. As you can see in the video, just ensure that you're not using a very dark shade, because to blend it out will not be a problem. So just use a shade that is not very far from her normal skin shade, that's at least it will be visible that it's been contoured on the face. Then you blend out.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day.
So guys, after blending, it's time to set the face. Yes, I'm actually going to allow it to bake, so I'm going to set and leave it for it to bake while I focus on the brows as usual. I don't know, I actually love doing my skin work before my brows. I think I've done just one tutorial where I did the brows before the skin work, but majorly when I'm working on a serious deal like a client or something, I do the skin work before the brow, because I get this kind of a light 3D kind of effect when I'm done. So I'm using our normal Davis eye pencil. Yep, I don't know why people stress themselves too much using those, or I wouldn't want to spoil any brand's name, but trust me guys, I love using this pencil. Not like because it's affordable, but it's giving me everything I want. Okay, I don't have to fake it to make it. Okay, so I'm just ensure that the pencil is always very sharp and very pointy. Yep, that is what will help you to get or achieve this flawless brows, especially when you want to get this hairline stroke. You need to be actually very very pointy, and not, because if it's not sharp or pointy, it gives you this huge or big lines that it's not nice. So although it's been cropped, I always go out to sharpen it and come back and sharpen and come back and have them that pointy line. So guys, something happened there. I was working on the brows and then boom, I started using lipstick. Okay, I don't know how I got here, but I was like, I did this once and I loved it. I actually used a brown shade lipstick to fill the tail of the brows, and I loved the way it came out. Like, I loved it. I don't know, once you make up everything, most times your hair just be, you know, here and there and all over the place. So I just said let me give it a try. I was working and it was coming to my head, and then I did it and I loved it, guys. So I'm giving this an 8/10. Yes, because the shade was just perfect for me. It didn't smell, and it's matte. The moment I applied it, it just dried up and everything was just there. Oh god, I love it. So if you guys get to try it and you like it, let me know in the comment section if you get to try it as well and you like it. One thing with makeup is that most of all these things are multi-purpose. They're multi-task, but yeah, we makeup artists make this difficult for ourselves. We just want to use everything for different things. Like if eyebrows, we use this and that, but whereas there's some product that can multitask, can do this and do that. As you can see in this video, guys, I'm actually using my powder palette. This is the trick here. I'm not using eyeshadow for this tutorial. I'm using my powder palette for this tutorial. So as you can, whatever you're seeing here now for eyeshadow, it's majorly powder. And you guys don't be surprised, it happens, we do that. So I'm using like a darker shade powder, so I'm going to use that to do the crease. As you can see in the video, I used the darker shade powder for the crease, and then went over to the different shade powder. Just as you can see, I'm actually dabbing it in because eyeshadow will actually mix, but powder doesn't really do that way. So I'm just dabbing it in and then gradually blending it just so it doesn't go out from the spots that it is. As you can see, I love the way it's coming out. I do it most of the time. I use my powder most times as my eyeshadow, especially when I don't want a loud look, or I want it to be calm and as lovely as can be, but I don't really have those shades on my palette. Actually, when I didn't really go out with all my palettes. I went out with like 1 or 2. I'm just going to use my powder to do that. So I'm just going to highlight. As you can see, I highlighted the brow bone using a white powder there, and then I'm going to do under the eyes using the same dark brown powder. Yep, this is what we have. So I'm going to just give it a little bit of a bridal touch by adding some glitters to it or shimmer to it. And remember, these are not these are glueless. We're not using any glue for it, so I just have to spray it first so this surface will be a bit moist before I can apply it, so it doesn't also smell or fall down before going over to do the liner. Yeah, I'm using my Carrot gel liner. That's what I use to do the lining of the eyes, before using my pencil liner as well for the upper part of the eyes.
Patience, I'll do it all again, cause I never feel complacent. Let's keep the good vibes, positivity's contagious. I'm never looking back, cause I made a life that's passionate. A college graduate suppressing all his talents, yeah. He found a way to go and change, become an advocate for taking control of your life, go out and battle, and you think you have a dream.
So guys, we are down to the lips. Usually, as always, or should I say mostly, we do the lining of the lips first. So I'm using the same brown lipstick that I used before for the brows to line the edges of the lips first, because it gives it that detailed look, and I really love it when my lip is looking very, very detailed. She doesn't really want something very loud, yeah, because she is actually fair. She doesn't want something that will make her be like the talk of the day. She's not the bride after all, so she wants it to be very, very calm. So I'm going to apply more of the nude on the lips just to fit the brown lining a little bit more. Don't forget, guys, you have to blend. I don't really love having sharp edges, so blend and blend. So guys, we're done with the lips, and I'm going to go back to blend out the setting powder. I think when the face has been baked enough. Okay, I'm still going to do the skin work just to make everything looks good. Blend it down to the neck, ensure that every other part of the face is in its right proportion before we go over to blush the face. Mind you, she doesn't want it to be too loud. Unlike me, you know me guys, I love my blush popping, so I'm just using just a little of that, not so much, and then go back to bronze the face. Yeah, this is what we have for today, I think. Oh my god, I'm so loving the way it's coming out. I am so loving the way it's coming out, guys. Well, let's see how it is. Let's see how it looks at the end of the whole video or tutorial. So guys, I think we're done with this particular tutorial. I hope you guys really do love it like I did. Very, very important, guys. Please subscribe to our channel. The icon is down below. Just click on the subscription button. It doesn't really take anything from you guys, but it will mean a lot to us. So subscribe to our channel and click on the notification icon down below so you notify whenever I post a new video. And if you have any question about things you don't really understand, then the comment section is actually very open and free for you guys to drop your comment, and I'm sure to get a reply from us. Okay, see you guys in my next video. Bye.